Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What's going on, people? So today I'm going back to the Kenneka Jenkins case. So I've been getting a lot of flack in the comments for people saying this case has been resolved and stuff like that. But again, this is only my speculation, my thoughts, and what possibly happened. There's no facts. I don't have any proof. But again, this is what YouTube's about. We have a discussion with like-minded people. So if you don't like it, leave a comment. I'm not going to change my videos because someone feels some type of way. But I definitely want to continue to cover this case because I still feel like there's some BS going on. And yeah, I feel the hotel's responsible and the friends are responsible in this case. But I am going to show lives in my video to give you guys a little more understanding who haven't watched it. So let's play this live. You guys also have to understand, I feel like her drink was spiked. If you look at the video, she said, "What is that?" I feel like the friends set her up. And I also feel like the hotel has something to do with hiding her body. Yes, I do believe that. There's no way, again, that she was able to walk through the hallways for an hour and 30 minutes without her friends looking for her. There's no way. There's nobody going to be able to tell me that, you know, and there's a comment that says, well, she left with her friend. No, she did not leave with her friend. One of her friends did leave. One of her friends did leave with somebody, but that friend came back. And to the fact that, yes, I feel like they did put something in her drink. The live video shows it. She took the drink and picked it up and said, "What was that?" The video of her walking through the hallway, people say, well, she was being held up by somebody. I don't believe she was being held up by somebody. I do believe that she was directed by somebody, possibly. And I said that she did see the security guard, Nacho, downstairs in that kitchen while they were smoking whatever drug they were smoking or cigarettes, that, yes, Nacho possibly did something to her, slammed her on her head, and she passed away. And to cover her up, they locked in the freezer. If you go look at the footage of when they did find Kenneka, that the hotel management had his keys out. So who locked the freezer? Who locked the freezer? That's the big question. And to the friends in the video, the whole time they were filming that footage, that camera was on Kenneka the whole time. So are you telling me that, the friends are not liable for this? I believe they are. Somebody should have been arrested, for negligence, whatever, because when you're going to a hotel lobby, and I understand that the hotel is not going to show you recent footage, but if you're going to a hotel lobby saying that your friend was in the hotel, and is it possible you can look at the footage to see what room she went into, or even if she left the hotel should have been, cool. You're right, because now it's a liability. Something happens to her in that hotel, the hotel is liable for anything, which they were because they did pay out on a lawsuit to Kenneka Jenkins' mother. Now, it was a lot of suspicious people in the hotel that day. And I tell you guys to go back to my video of the organ harvesting. I did a video about that, which included Kenneka Jenkins. I felt like, yes, she was locked in that freezer. Yes, possibly her organs were possibly going to be harvested. And I'm not going to change my opinion on that at all. And it sucks. And I don't know, I've been getting some weird stuff going on, and it's just weird because as soon as I made that video, YouTube kind of pushed it off to the side. But to go back into, was she drugged? Yeah. They found drugs in her system, drugs for people who have seizures. Why would she have that drug in her system? If she only drunk so much, there's no way that she would have been stumbling through the hallway. Whatever drug they spiked her drink with hit her system so hard that made her basically act like that, walk like that, stumble through the hotel. I understand that, yes, when you're drinking or when you're taking drugs, that you do get hot. And there is a possibility, and I say a slim chance, that she said to herself, and this is a speculation, let me cool down, let me walk into a freezer and cool down and lay down and go to sleep. That really doesn't make sense, but we're just gonna give that a possibility. If somebody was leading her through that hotel for a whole hour and 30 minutes and nobody seen that person, it's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like it was a hotel staff. I feel like the security guard. I feel like the whole hotel was on it. And y'all can't make me not believe it. This hotel is known for harvesting people's organs. And we can argue about it in the comments. I mean, we definitely can. I know I said in the previous video that one of the friends worked for the hotel or was associated with the hotel. Now I wasn't able to find any information on that, but I did see a video previously that said that one of the friends did work at that hotel at one point, and they were pretty sure. So I'm gonna stick to that. Somebody left a comment, and people who leave these comments, I appreciate your opinion because that's what I'm giving. And I'm open to everybody's opinion. I'm not sitting there closed-minded, and I'm not stuck on what I believe and stuff like that. That's why I make YouTube videos, so we're able to have a discussion and able to go over the case, because I feel like this case shouldn't have been closed. It should have been investigated more. And I'm going to stick to that. I don't, through all the videos of Kenneka Jenkins, there's only a couple channels that I actually agree with. I don't see people hiding, where they're saying they're hiding, behind doors and stuff like that. I don't see that. You can't make me not see something that's not there. These are young teenagers and young adults that are drinking, smoking marijuana, and doing drugs. And so I feel like, yes, she was drugged. And I'm going to keep repeating that in every video I make, that she was drugged. She was laying on that bed when that girl was doing her live, and you can see through her glasses. You can hear in the background. I don't think she was being assaulted, but I think she was ready to go. And for them to leave her in the hallway and then go back in there and say they were retrieving her keys and her cell phone, to be in there for a whole another hour, here goes the live right here. So we're going to look at this live. I put it in my old lives, my old videos, but let's play this live. Here we go.
Slow your roll, shorty. Slow fucking. She played fucking Rick Ross. Man, the phones ain't working. This weak ass connection. Shut up. You steady talking to me. You want to get into it? Yeah. Yo. I saw somebody come there. Yeah. That's you? Mm-hmm. I just get the video. Hello. Parking is that? It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Parking lot. You look pretty. Happy birthday. Thank you. What you say, Gail Snort? just got the weed. Let me see who you talking to. It don't matter. Nah, I'm putting my face on this now. Did you put any enforce in it? It's on the weekend's connection. Hello? 9:26. 26. What y'all can do? What the fuck? Anisha ain't here. Is that the money for you? Check it out. Yeah.
So you riding with me or what?
I told him to check it out. I mean, it's in the four day, bitch. Check it out. Bitch, tomorrow. Hello. Like, check it out, my door's coming up, my door 48. Check it out, you know it's coming up. Niggas be these phones at 8, you know it's me up. Where's most check it out, check it in, check it out. Check it in, where's all, check it in, say it home.
To get a script, then I'm checking out. You got some money, check it out. Don't let you know I had to bring the nettles out.
Yeah.
I'm so bitch, told her, bitch, check it out. She wanna check me out. I'm gonna see it for a day, bitch, check it out. So late, bitch, I'm already checking out. Two girls told me they like, check it out. Like my shit was talking, that ain't how to work it out. With the doctor for a check, I'm checking out. One steady looking at me, bitch, check it out. She step outside the box, then I'm checking out.
Checking in, checking out.
I'm checking my car for books, checking my car for goods. I'm checking my car for change, just to get to the club. For them to the spot out, we gon' come through line them up. Check them in the Twitter.
My better be right when I count it off. We'll see what the look I see. Tracking going. These ain't no tampons.
Green for long, get some more children, no need to see the car. The cowards, the bullets, the shooters, the now. I'm taking off on they calling they bullet with now. Smoking no dope, I'm calling up, be smoking that matter. I come through, I'm checking no checks, yeah, I'm checking for matter. I ain't checking for hoes, I get my boss and check up. I ain't checking for you. You sing on your ass, get up. Sex and build direct, Margellas and Marble Flow. You got some money from.
Off that pappy ringtone. This ain't one of those. Nah, ain't no 2 cup shit. Who said that? Fuck 2 cup. All right, job 63rd. I just want 1 cup. I just want 1 cup, folks.
2 cups. That shit straight.
What you want, folks?
I ain't on that. Ain't on that.
What? No. Bank game.
Y'all better chill out over here.
Oh, babe, the biggest bees in here for bank.
Y'all already might know. Baby, yeah. For sure, but you better know it now. Get them put out. It's Big B for Biggie too, but you know I already know. That gyro shit dead here tonight. That gyro shit dead here tonight.
What's on the renegade? We renegade.
We crazy cool, baby. Big C.
Hey, didn't say turn the music off, folks? No, don't listen, folks.
Jump out.
Don't listen, folks.
After looking at those lives, it's just kind of weird because I'm not too for sure which video came first. Now, I want to say her friend's video came last, and the dude that was video recording her was first because the party was, seemed like it had a lot more people in. But those are not her friends. Those friends were either jealous, they didn't like her, or it was a setup. It was a setup. Now I'm going to read some reports from the medical examiner. So the report says that they found Kenneka Jenkins' death to be accidental. Alcohol and terbinafine. Any RN nurses, I'm sorry, any nurses, I just can't pronounce it. I'm going to say found in her system were thought to have hasten the effects of hypothermia sustained by Kenneka Jenkins remaining inside the freezer. While the Rosemont Police Department did not suspect foul play, they stated that their investigation was incomplete. And the family and friends criticized the initial police response, and a lawsuit was subsequently filed against the hotel and others. And the lawsuit was settled in 2023. So the medicine found in her system is, I'm not going to say, but solid under the brand name Tropamex, among others, is an oral medication used to treat epilepsy and prevent migraines. For epilepsy, sorry guys, this includes treatment for generalized or focal seizures. It has been used off-label for alcohol dependence and essential tremor. So somebody was either taking that medication, knew about that medication, or somebody had that medication on them to spike that drink. Now, if you look in that video, her friend gave her that drink. Nobody just accidentally puts that stuff in somebody's drink. And you can tell the friend, after Kenneka Jenkins said, "What was that?" and handed the drink back to her friend. The friend put it down. The friend didn't drink it. So they knew what they gave Kenneka Jenkins. That's why I say the friends are liable. They can't sit there and act like, they're beefing with each other or all. And one of the friends did pass away, and rest in peace to that person. Again, death is not justice. I like for someone to get. But they knew what they gave that girl. They knew what they gave Kenneka. It was on purpose. Was it jealousy? And the speculation is that, Kenneka probably snitched on somebody or something. That's crazy for, your friends to bring you to a party and set you up. It's crazy. So we're going to go over the actual investigation. So the freezer, which was on and working, was described as a walk-in freezer within a walk-in cooler and was part of an unused kitchen. Lights were apparently turned off in both chambers when she entered them. Questions remain as to why the freezer was turned on, although it was reportedly being leased out to a restaurant using space in the hotel. CNN reported that the motion detecting security camera footage they received did not show Kenneka actually entering the freezer. However, community activist Andrew Holmes claimed that he was shown police footage of Kenneka's entering the freezer alone with no other persons nearby to assist her. How's that possible? How's this guy, Andrew Holmes, that was basically not called by the family, was able to see a police report that hasn't been released to the public? I tried to request all footage on there, and I know another YouTuber did, but they said that they didn't get any footage of her walking in the freezer. And to make it more worse, they even said that there was no camera located above the freezer. Kenneka Jenkins' mother said that when she said she walked in there and didn't see any camera, or she said she seen a camera, and then to come back and say there wasn't a camera, it's crazy. On October 6, 2017, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office ruled Kenneka Jenkins' death an accident. The autopsy report found no illegal drugs in Kenneka Jenkins' system, but her blood alcohol level was found to be 0.112. Now, this is the traces of the medicine, a drug that was used to treat the epilepsy and migraines, is a drug. So how do they say that it wasn't a drug found in the system? Contradicting themselves. So the presence of which was confirmed by lesions found on Kenneka's stomach, and this goes to the fact I'm saying the bruises of the security guard. Again, this is all speculation. There's no proof of this. I'm just going off what I think. That the security guard was downstairs smoking whatever drug they were smoking, try to fondle Kenneka, and got mad when Kenneka possibly said no, and he possibly slammed her and did whatever and locked her in the freezer. So the Rosemont Police Department issued a statement the same day saying that while no foul play was suspected, their investigation had not been completed. And according to the police report, the credit card that was used to secure the hotel room was fraudulent, which I don't think has nothing to do with it. I mean, a lot of these young kids get people to rent hotels for them. But I did want to put the rest of the footage of her walking through the hallway. So I don't see anybody holding her up. You got to understand that it is possible that the hotel could have edited somebody out, because, you know, I can edit videos. I can go in there and crop somebody out. But again, I mean, my own personal opinion, I just don't think someone was holding her up for a whole hour and 30 minutes. They would have had to mess up somewhere in that footage. You would have seen a foot, a shadow, or whatever. And looking at this footage, y'all can see for yourselves. And I'll be quiet. I'll let it play the rest of the time. But, just let me know where you see that. I'm going to let it play. Here we go. So let me know. Did y'all see anybody hiding underneath the sink or behind anything? So I'm going to finish the police report. So although rumors of foul play circulated about this case, officials asserted that none of the allegations were borne out by the evidence. However, Kenneka's friends' stories remain inconsistent as to exactly what happened the night of the party. After she went missing, one friend texted another friend about how Jenkins was drunk and missing. Their reply came back, "Fine, Kenneka, and I can't believe you lost her." They told Martin that Jenkins had gone downstairs with some people, but they left her alone to go and retrieve his cell phone from one of the hotel rooms. So, I mean, it's just all a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying that she didn't have any friends there that were trying to look out for her, but you got to understand, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can understand that when you go to the party, especially a hotel party, that, you're not really kind of focused on everybody. You're trying to have fun. But as long as you guys are right next to each other, it's okay. But for her friends to go back in the room, grab her cell phone, or supposedly go grab her cell phone and keys because she was the one that drove to the party, and leave her sit in the hallway for a whole hour and 30 minutes, I just don't believe it. And I feel like the friends did set her up, but I just don't know yet why. What was the purpose of setting her up? Did the friends know what was going to happen? Did the friends have some type of secret Illuminati deal with the hotel where, we'll give you Kenneka Jenkins, and, and that goes back to my organ harvesting video. And I check it out, guys. Check it out. I mean, I did have some good facts in there. Again, they're only my opinion. These are my facts. As an independent journalist, that's all I'm giving you guys is just my opinion. And then I throw a little bit of other people's opinion in there, and I love to discuss and talk about it. I'm not a person who's just stuck on my opinion, but, if I feel like this is what this is, and as a former law enforcement officer, I can see some BS from the friend side. I mean, if y'all get what I'm saying, so I'm so passionate about this case that sometimes I just might stumble. But let me know what you guys think. I'll make a new video. You guys wanted a longer video to explain it. So, yeah, I love you guys. Be easy and be careful, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.